My name is Conny Bjorling. I'm responsible for enterprise architecture at the Skanska Group. So Skanska is a construction and product development company, quite an old one, founded in Sweden 130 years ago. But we've been working internationally for almost as long. So what we can see here is the home markets that we currently have within Skanska. So it's focused on USA and then a bunch of geographical locations in Europe. I think we're around 12 countries right now. We're also divided into business units. So that could be a combination of geography and also different business streams we have. So we have 3 business streams focused on construction, 1, commercial development, and residential development. 2019, we had a revenue of roughly 177 billion Swedish crowns, so that's roughly 17 billion euros, and we're around 34,000 employees in Skanska today. So today I'm going to talk about analytics, but I want to start off by showing a little bit of what we're running in the Oracle Cloud when it comes to the PaaS and IaaS services. So there's a big focus there. We're running a lot of the database management services, a lot of the integration services, and also analytics, of course. I will touch upon those 3 in this presentation, actually. But we have quite a big footprint of PaaS and IaaS services from Oracle that we're currently running. We also, of course, have SaaS applications and also some of the construction applications in the cloud as well. So focusing on Oracle Analytics, we've been working with Oracle Analytics in the cloud for quite a long time. We were the first customer worldwide for Oracle in the cloud. Back in 2014, at that time it was called BI Cloud Service. So since we've been doing this for quite a long time, we've also sort of been through a couple of steps in both, well, moving over to Oracle Analytics Cloud, which is I would say a different generation of cloud service from Oracle than BI Cloud Service was. We've done quite many different cloud data center migrations. And also then sort of moving between Oracle managed versions and customer managed versions. But as of the beginning of this month, we're actually now on OCI Gen 2 for Oracle Analytics Cloud. So the latest one there. We've been working a lot with both using on-premise sources and also cloud sources for OEC. So both sort of sources from other vendors in the cloud, on-prem, then also against Oracle databases, both on-prem and in the cloud. So we've been testing out and building solutions based on all these sort of different use cases. Single sign-on is, of course, something we're using. Also there, we've been, for many years, we used Microsoft Active Directory on-prem. As of early this month, we're using Azure Active Directory for identity provisioning or provider there. Skanska is quite a decentralized company, so we're also having multiple sort of platforms, analytic platforms within Oracle. What I mean with that is for different business units, they have their own sets of Oracle Analytics Cloud. But we all run this in the same Oracle Cloud tenancy, so the same Oracle data center as of the beginning of this month as well. So we've done a lot of consolidation there, not only for analytics, but actually for all our PaaS and IaaS services. So the actual solution that I'm going to talk about today is something we call Skanska Sanctions Cloud. And this came about as a requirement from our banks to have our banks finance partly our big construction projects. They wanted us to make sure that we are not working with any entities that are on any of the publicly available sanction lists. And to do this, we had 2 options basically. We had option 1 would be for all the business units to sort of solve this problem themselves within Skanska, or we could do something common. So of course we picked the common way of doing this, and you're going to see a little bit of the challenges with doing that within Skanska. But that's basically the outset. So we had to we have to make sure every single day, so every 24 hours, we have to check all our customers and suppliers that they are not on any of the sanction lists. These things keep on changing all the time as well. So even if one company or person might not be on a sanction list today, potentially they could be there tomorrow. So this is a continuously ongoing process of checking this every day. So the overall sort of architectural design of this solution is, as I said earlier, using a bunch of different Oracle cloud services or areas. So what we see here on the left are the different Skanska business units, and also then that means a lot of different solutions and systems, both on-prem systems and cloud systems from lots of different vendors. What we do to get the sanction list data is we subscribe to a data as a service service from Dow Jones, where Dow Jones actually collect all these sanction lists and enrich the data a little bit. And we then sort of subscribe to that data service. And then we bring in both all the entities from all the Skanska systems and the sanction list data from Dow Jones, utilizing the Oracle integration services. So a bunch of different ones. We use Oracle Data Integrator to take the bulk loads, and the sanction list data actually from Dow Jones always goes with Oracle Data Integrator. From the business units, Skanska business units, we utilize Oracle Integration Cloud to run those data loads incrementally. So that's the setup. We then also built on the solution a functionality to bring in all our employees within Skanska from Oracle HCM Cloud. What this picture doesn't show is that we actually do a similar thing with Oracle HCM Cloud. So we have lots of different local HR systems, but we bring in all our core HR data into one global Oracle HCM Cloud solution. So we also built a solution to bring in that employee data in this solution, but due to negotiations with the unions, we couldn't actually start using that. So we sort of have to do an agreement with all our employees to actually put that into production, but it's built there. We then bring all that data into our Oracle Data Warehouse Cloud, where we run a couple of things that I will talk about a little bit later. And then in the end, we use Oracle Analytics Cloud to actually analyze all this data, show potential matches. Then we use the action frameworks in Oracle Analytics to actually send back messages to the business users in the business units if they have a potential match in this system. So that's how we sort of orchestrate this whole process. So using a lot of different Oracle cloud services. So if we first look a little bit on the Oracle Data Warehouse Cloud, the number of sort of or data sets bringing in there from Dow Jones, there's roughly around 2,100 different sanction lists, which is 2.5 million profiles and 7.5 million name variations in that. From the Skanska side, there's 23 different source systems, both on-prem and in the cloud from multiple vendors. And we have roughly around 400,000 profiles that we continuously check from Skanska side. To do this, we're using a Yarrow-Winkler algorithm in the Warehouse Cloud. So using that algorithm to do some fuzzy logic matching to sort of give us a first indication of a potential match here. That will then, of course, be looked upon in the Analytics Cloud by the business user to actually decide if it is a match or not, and also to run the compliance process that comes after a match. So if we then look at the Analytics Cloud, we have a bunch of, I can show a couple of them here, but there's a lot of details in here. Unfortunately, I have to mask out a couple of the sort of information here, so that's why I haven't shown all the different screenshots that we built in Analytics here. It would be too much masking, basically. But there's an overall dashboard that shows us the sort of the current status. This is, of course, filtered depending on what type of user you are and what access you have. And so usually you would probably just see your business unit and the different systems that you have within your business unit. And you will also then see the current status there. So pending matches is when the data warehouse, the algorithm has decided that there's a potential match. We then have business people coming in, deciding if it is a match or not. And we then, if there's a match or there's actually a false positive, that record is kept within the solution. So we always keep a complete record set of when a match is happening, and also if it's a false positive, so we do not keep on running those sort of false positives all the time. And if you then move over to sort of the next step where you can see the matching, so a business user would then go in and actually look at these potential matches based on the fuzzy logic, decide if there is a match. What the user can do here, what we can see on these screenshots, is look at every single piece of information that comes from Dow Jones. So there's a lot of information there, sort of building up to this fuzzy logic matching. And of course, we can also see a lot of more information from the Skanska system that we bring in to actually decide if it is a match or not. And this is then handled in, as I said, in the compliance area of the solution, where we can always sort of show the banks, if we have an audit from them, when we had a match, when that match might have disappeared as well, because people might be taken off the sanction list, and then we need to take them off as well. So there's a whole process flow matching, handling this. What happens is that with the action framework in Oracle Analytics Cloud, the user gets an email saying quite a detailed section directly in the email that you have a potential match. We send off an URL, so they can just click that. They will come directly into the solution where that potential match is. So it's a very nice workflow using all these sort of Oracle services. And then analytics, of course, gives you a lot of the sort of insight into the data and all those things. So that's the solution that I wanted to show you guys today. We have lots of different other solutions on analytics, and I'm happy to connect with whomever wants to talk about more of these things after this event. So thanks for me.